I'm sorry. I know you guys get upset when I profile people. I'm a photographer. That's literally my job. My job is to look at faces. Soy boy.
People actively worship Satan. And some of them do it because they think it's edgy and cool and cute. Some of them do it because they absolutely 100% believe in it.
This is separate and it's a bit yucky. It's a bit gross, but this just happened 2 days ago. Sorry. This is a satanic pedophile ring. Did you catch wind of this story?
No.
Okay. This happened literally a few days ago. A journalist, a left-wing journalist, a former swim coach are charged in an abhorrent alleged satanic pedophile ring. 4 men, including an independent journalist and a former swimming coach, have been charged over their alleged involvement in an international satanic child sex abuse material ring. After investigations by Strike Force Constantine, police uncovered a Sydney-based alleged pedophile network possessing, distributing and facilitating child abuse material involving symbols and rituals related to Satanism and the occult. I'm sorry. I know you guys get upset when I profile people. I'm a photographer. That's literally my job. My job is to look at faces. Soy boy.
Abby Chatfield's boyfriend with a new haircut.
Don't say that. That's allegedly. We don't want to get defamation. That is not what I said at all.
I'm not saying it is him. I'm saying there's a lot of similarity there.
This is soy boy shit. And we have demonized masculinity to a point where these young men are now infantilized and then they engage in this shit. I'm sorry, like cause and effect, I am calling it.
Yeah.
The reason we are seeing such an uptick of openly disgusting pedophilia, like, think of the childcare workers and stuff like that. They're all young men themselves.
Yep.
And so like there's this weird thing. I went into ChatGPT and asked a lot of questions about pedophilia to understand it. And then it got to a point where it wouldn't actually feed me information because it obviously was like,
Yeah, it's like you're a little too interested in this, Carly.
No, but I was something I didn't know. Pedophilia is around a certain age group of victim.
Yeah.
And then there's other words. I can't remember what they are.
Hebephilia and so forth for older ones.
And basically those denominations are about, the age of the child at the time of the abuse.
Whether they're pre, during, or post puberty. And
I didn't know that. I just thought pedophile was the term.
I only know it because there's a comedian who does a joke about it.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
A very dark joke, but yes.
And it is dark. And like, when you're typing these things into Google, you feel really dirty because I'm like, I don't understand this. So, and there's literature and arguments around, okay, so if if the perpetrator is young themselves, is it pedophilia and all this sort of stuff? And I'm not going to argue that right now. I think all of it just makes me feel ick.
Yeah.
But these men, so he's 26, right? Looking at his face and look at those eyes, they don't look good. He's obviously been crying. He's clearly disturbed by this, as you should be.
Well, it's probably a file photo that's grabbed off the internet. That's probably not a photo of him.
It may be. These people are infantilizing themselves as well. And a lot of this comes down to the woke shit. And I know I drive this hard and there's a reason. Because if you go and look at any of this, they're constantly victims. They're always, they're ruled by their emotions. Everything's about my childhood trauma, my trauma. And then 26-year-old now engaging in this satanic pedophile ring. What happens to a young boy that pushes them either into machete crime or this shit?
So the satanic thing's an interesting angle. This is a much bigger problem than most people, I think, realize. People actively worship Satan. And some of them do it because they think it's edgy and cool and cute. Some of them do it because they absolutely 100% believe in it.
Like this?
They are absolutely sincere.
That guy that I showed the photo of is the founder of Underground Media Network, which describes itself as an independent investigative journalist platform. The platform on the website claims to investigate issues in child protection and public interest harm. Well, that's a really good way to hide what you're doing.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing. It's the people marching at the front of the Pussy March that are the biggest, women bashers and women haters. It's the same with pedophilia. So all I'll say is be very wary of people that admit to practicing Satanism, right? You don't have to believe in Satan. I do. I believe there is a spiritual world. I believe there is evil. There are demons. I believe all of that's absolutely real. When people choose that as their identity. Now, I happen to know some people that claim to be practicing Satanists. I actually know a fair few. Some of them are harmless and they are doing it because they think it's edgy. I don't think it's harmless to them, right? But they are harmless. They're not
I saw something about Satanism, and I can't remember what I was watching. Oh, it was a Louis Theroux documentary.
Okay. Yeah.
And they were talking about it, and essentially it was secular. It was like they worship nothing.
Okay, at the surface
nihilistic.
level, yes, it's nihilistic. At the surface level, yes, it's a little bit like the Masons. At the surface level, it's a social club, and then you get deeper and you discover that it's actually about a lot more than that. It's the same with Satanism. Once you start to dive down that rabbit hole, ultimately, they are worshipping Satan. They are worshipping the entity, the angel, the angelic entity that defied God in the early days and was the introduction of evil, essentially, was the origin of evil. It was the cause of the sin, the fall of the world that we talked about before. Our world is broken because of Satan. And Satan's only mission now is to pull people away from God. It is when people choose to identify with Satan, they may not realize what they're identifying with. I'm not saying that they are evil yet.
Yeah.
But they are heading in a direction that is going to take them further and further down that path unless they realize it and change direction. Just beware. All right, whoa. You mean to tell me you've watched all the way to this point, an entire segment of the Oddcast, and you're still not subscribed? Seriously, what is wrong with you? Just subscribe, like, share, tell everybody. You had fun, right? Tell everybody else. Let them have some fun too. And listen, buy me some coffee, please. I'm desperate. I'm starting to get the shakes. There's a coffee. That one. Scan that coffee, please, now. Thanks.